There we go.
How are you, brother?
You hear me? I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Hi.
Decided to.
Try to get this track.
Don't worry about making all perfect. We just want to know how you're doing the day before a show.
I'm good, bro. How are you, man?
So, I think everybody's excited to see you tomorrow because you decided to go from 212 to open.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nick, what's up, dog?
What's up, bro?
So you decided to go play with the big boys.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna try. Who knows how it's gonna turn out, but
Did you post the photos you sent me at 224 or 223, whatever? Did you post those or no?
I think I did. Yeah.
They're on your Instagram?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be.
I want to show people what you look like because it is fucking impressive. What an extra 10 pounds or 12 pounds, whatever it may be, what it can do, because it's a crazy look, man. So, okay. I'm going to share this. So this is you. Is this the newest one?
No, I mean, yeah, that was this morning.
Okay, so this is at what, 2:20 this AM.
2:20 right out of bed, yeah.
And you're what, you're 5'9", right?
Yeah, about, yep.
So do you think Texas is a deeper lineup than Tampa?
Hi, Nate.
Open. Who's on there? Who's that? That guy?
This guy, yeah.
Ah, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
Man, I don't know. Like, it's hard because last week I was so in tune with 212. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like thinking a lot about the open guys that like I haven't had really a chance, because even like Ron Harris yesterday and MD, they were kind of asking me like what I thought about the open, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I haven't really had a chance to like get my brain wrapped around all that yet. I think as far as like the lineup goes, I think it's probably pretty similar in my opinion. I mean, obviously we don't have a team in there now, but I think it's a good lineup for sure.
Do you even care?
Not really, no.
No. It sounds like you haven't even really like paid attention to the lineup.
No, I mean we got Kuklo in there, which I'm really excited about as well. So I would say it's as stacked as Tampa for sure. I mean, Kamal's, coming through, and Quentin. So I definitely think that it's a great lineup regardless. But yeah, you're exactly right. I haven't really even. I just really want to have fun, honestly.
Nate, what do you think it is recently with all the 212 guys deciding to push themselves and try their hand in the open class? What do you think it is that's going on? Because it's kind of started with Sean Clarito. I mean, Guy back in the day jumped into open, but most recently Clarito, I think, was the first one, and now Kamal, and now you're jumping in. And do you think more 212 guys are going to jump up? And why do you think the sudden surge of 212 guys making the jump?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit different with guys like Sean Clarita, and I mean, Sean can really go wherever he wants. I mean, his frame is so packed and so maxed out that I think it's kind of that way. It's like it doesn't really matter for him, and he has a past 212 Olympia title. Same thing with Kamal. I think Kamal, he's a little bit older. He's got an Olympia title already in 212. Who knows how much longer Kamal is going to be really competing at this level. So I think it makes sense for those guys. And then all the rest of us that are kind of making that move up, it's like me, Tonio, a few other guys.
I forgot Tonio. That's right.
That we're all a little bit taller. Yeah. Tonio, I think, is 5'8". I'm about 5'8.5", 5'9". So it's what I'm really seeing is like us guys that we were able to make 212 kind of by a hair.
Yeah.
We're kind of in and out pretty quick.
So I guess part of that question I want to ask is, did those guys moving up give you more confidence to do it, especially Tonio? Because you guys kind of went back and forth a little bit last year, and I think you turned pro at the same time. I don't know if I'm wrong, but or around the same time?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. So is it
Yeah.
like, are you watching these other guys do it and it kind of, or is this something you always wanted to do and it didn't really matter that the other guys were doing it too?
I always saw myself as an open guy. Like I knew I pretty much known that I was going to be in the open eventually. But for me, like it just takes more time to put that size on. I'm just genetically a smaller guy. I mean, I graduated high school at 130 pounds 10 years ago.
So
yeah,
how old
so
are you
like
now? How old are you now?
28.
So how long are you going to give yourself, or is this just an ongoing proposition? Are you going to give yourself a certain amount of time and say, I want to be 240 by this age or 230 by this age? Or how big do you think you can get to be in the open class? How big do you think you need to be competitive with guys like Nick and Samson and fucking Kuklo and like Ian, all these guys in the top 10, or even anybody at the Olympia? How big do you think you need to be before you can get there?
I think that realistically, like with my frame and my structure, I'm not going to be one of those guys that's ever going to be 260 pounds on stage. It's just not going to, my physique's just not going to do that.
Yeah.
But for me to be competitive, I think realistically, like 235 to upper 230s, maybe 240, but on stage, that might even be pushing it where I'm starting to get, some blurred lines, or my stomach may not hold as small.
But yeah,
so I mean,
sorry, Nate, I just want to ask Nick.
Yeah,
what does this physique look like to you at 240? If the silhouette.
What do you weigh right now? 220?
220 in this photo.
220. Yeah.
I think you look crazy, Nate, at 240, bro.
I mean,
at 240, that's top 10 in Olympia.
Yeah, 20 pounds on that frame, Nate. Holy fuck! Like it's a show-stopping physique, man. Like that X frame is fucking nuts.
Especially with your condition, for sure.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
So what are you guys doing? So you're doing this just as a test, kind of. You want to see where you land with in the open class.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, like the shows being back to back, we already had everything booked.
Yeah.
And like we had a great conversation after Tampa, and I think that helped kind of ease my mind with things. And I slept on it after Tampa. I talked to my family. I talked to, obviously, my wife, and I had quite a few in-depth conversations and things. And honestly, like, dude, I was going to bed the night before weigh-ins of Tampa. I was over 219.
What the fuck?
Going to bed, and then it was like low water, low salt, like zero salt. Use diuretics to pull the weight, just to pull the weight down.
Yeah.
And eating 6-ounce meat portions, eating less than 200 grams of carbs. I mean, obviously we were carving up, but when you're pulling water that hard, it doesn't even matter. And
how do you?
I mean, I woke up.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So I was just gonna say, I woke up at 2:13 the day of the weigh-in.
Yeah.
I had like 2 smaller meals, and I had probably 14 ounces of water. And by 1 o'clock, I was still 213. And I ended up going outside in Tampa in a sweatshirt, sweatpants, spitting for an hour, and I walked. I did another 40-minute cardio session just to pull the weight off.
So when was the weigh-in in comparison to the show? The weigh-in was the day before the show, correct?
Yeah.
So after all that, after dropping salt, especially, and dropping water and diuretic and extra cardio and completely flattening out so you can make weight, how much could you possibly fill up by the next day?
Right. I mean, we had been loading carbs. We had been loading carbs a little bit, probably like for 2 days before. But again, you have no water and no sodium. It's like the food can't get pushed around, and you can't really fill. And plus, when you're pulling water that hard, you're pulling intracellular water. So like we weighed in at 3 p.m. and then we were on stage. I can't even remember. Thank God for prep brain.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about the exact timing. I'm just trying to think.
It was like,
how much could somebody load in one day?
It was probably less than 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like less than 18 hours before we were on stage.
Guy, did you ever have
So,
to,
and
Guy,
that's where
did you ever have to go through that, or did you make
Making
weight
weight?
pretty- Yeah.
When it was 202, yeah. One time I stripped down to my trunks.
Fuck. I remember John.
I weighed in once at 204 with a t-shirt and a light pair of shorts on. And I was factory. It was my first pro win. Factory, I got on the scale and I looked over at factory and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because the year prior to that, I weighed 183.
So you were 204. So how'd you drop the 2 pounds?
I went to the bathroom and took off my shirt and my thing, took a piss and put on my trunks. And I was like, please God, be fucking kidding
That
me.
was 2 pounds. How much clothes were you wearing?
I was wearing a t-shirt and a pair of shorts and I took a piss and I got on the scale and it was like this.
Oh, it was one of those.
Hey,
it wasn't an
yeah,
electric scale. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
You lucked out.
hey guys,
Yes, sir.
Guy, that was me, bro. That was me. Last week, I literally woke up the day of the weigh-ins, and I fucking stood on the scale, and when it said 212.8, I literally went, thank God I'm close.
Did they give you? They give you a
Did you
pound
tell Fouad I gave you a pep talk?
No, I didn't.
What was the pep talk?
I even
Oh, wait,
I
did I?
even call your fucking athletes, you twat.
What was the pep talk?
Did I not give you
It
a pep
wasn't a
talk,
pep
Nathan?
talk.
It wasn't probably a good pep
It
talk. It's
wasn't
probably
a
shit.
pep-
No,
It was
Nathan.
It was a pep talk. It was a pep talk, but it was Guy being like, "You need to go eat a fucking burger, man. You got to get fuller. You got to be bigger."
That's not a pep
No,
talk.
and opposing. That was the main reason, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Well,
No, it was good. It was a good talk. We had a good talk for sure.
I'm going to ask you the dumbest question. Where do you think you'll end up tomorrow? Where do you want to end up tomorrow? What's a win for you tomorrow?
A win for me is top 6.
Yeah. Okay.
That was kind of my going into it. I was like, man, if I could pull out a top 6 at this show with this lineup, like I would be really,
That's a big deal.
especially with being 212 the week before, that would be a big deal to me.
What did you do this week to put on all the weight? Just no cardio, lots of carbon up, or was there like a better strategy that I don't know about?
Honestly, man,
I don't know,
it
Nick.
was like, no, it was really just, the cardio started out the week at like 35 minutes, and then we were down to like 25 minutes, and then the last couple days was like 15. And really, it was just my coach added, Matt, he added in a little bit more, just like rice and an extra English muffin. Started it low, like end of the week and Monday, Tuesday. That way we could keep the water rebound, because I was kind of rebounding a little bit. So we were just keeping the food, in a good spot where I had a decent amount of carbs, but I was still like pulling water off.
Yeah.
And then we were just pushing 6 liters of water all the way literally up until like yesterday. And my body just kind of started flushing. We didn't cut any sodium until like yesterday or today. And really at that, it's only been like a couple meals where we would pull the salt out just to let the water flush.
Yeah.
And then just barely sprinkling in diuretics, but he's feeding me a ton more. Yeah. Like carbs that are.
Is your conditioning going to be the same as last week, but you're going to be 10 pounds heavier at least?
Yeah, easily the same condition, and I think you're going to see more of the lines because I'm not going to be flat and strung out. Yeah. Like I think it's going to even the condition's going to look better, honestly.
Okay. Well, listen, man, I wanted to have you on real quick just to wish you luck and get a little bit of info.
212, bro, get him. Show him what's up, Nathan. These little fucks.
You and Kamal are in there fucking shaking shit up. But listen, I appreciate you coming on and sharing some info with us, and we all wish you luck. You guys have any questions for him? You want to ask him the dick question, Guy?
You ask him.
Guy wants to know if he has.
You're such a fucking shady bastard. You know that?
Guy has a dick question he wants to ask. Go ahead, Guy.
You like asking it. God, you could use me.
It's your question.
Use me as a scapegoat. Go ahead.
It's your
Guy
question.
wants to know. God, I want to hear it. Guy wants to know.
Guy wants to know if you had to suck a guy's dick, would you take
for 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Look at his face. He's like, fuck.
5 minutes.
It's Guy's question. It's Guy's question. It's not me.
There's a time limit on it too.
So
5 minutes.
Would you take the first 4.5 minutes or the last 30 seconds?
How hungry are you right now? How hungry are you?
Oh, boy, I'm not that fucking
He's not that hungry. He's been
Yeah.
carving up, motherfucker.
Oh.
You don't have to answer it. It's okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Oh,
The
yeah,
last-
you do.
The last guy didn't.
Okay. The last guy didn't. So it's up. He doesn't. There's no right
You
answer.
gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
See, right. Well, here's the problem is like the last 30 seconds, then that sucks. And then, but then if you're messing around with it for 4.5 minutes, then you're just messing with it for 4 minutes. It's
That's
like,
right.
well, what's the worst of the
Yeah, but you got to.
what's the
What's the worst of the two evils?
right lesser of two evils? I mean, it's
Are you sucking the dick or are you
I'd probably
taking
go
the load,
I'd
Nathan?
probably go to 4 minutes.
Oh my God.
God.
Nick, what did you say? 4 minutes, or are you taking the beginning or end?
Listen,
All right,
Fill it.
we'll leave it
Really,
there.
Nick?
We'll leave it there, Nate. Listen, we all wish you luck tomorrow. We hope you have a fucking awesome time, and I hope you crush it out there, man.
Well, I just want to say, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on, and I really am appreciative of all the support because this was a hard decision. I mean, even though it seems easy, I obviously didn't want to disappoint anybody, and I've had a lot of outpouring of positive reactions, and it's allowed my stress to come way down. I've been enjoying time with my wife here in Texas, and it's just I'm really thankful for everything, for all you guys, and for everybody that's shown support. So I appreciate it.
oh
Okay,
yeah.
brother. Go out there and fucking knock him dead tomorrow.
All right, let's see if we can get in that mix there.
All right,
Okay,
Nate,
brother.
get it,
Get it,
buddy.
brother.
Have a good night, man.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.